The festive season was in full swing, and the streets were bustling with holiday cheer. Families were shopping for gifts, decorating homes, and preparing for Christmas Eve, the most magical night of the year. Among them was John, an 8-year-old boy with a heart full of anticipation. For months, he had been dreaming of getting a PS5 for Christmas, the latest and greatest gaming console. It was the talk of the town and the object of John's desire. However, as the holiday approached, John's hope dwindled. All the stores were sold out, and he was beginning to lose faith in getting his wish. His father, Michael, could see the disappointment in his son's eyes and vowed to find a way to make his dreams come true. One evening, Michael's friend Bob told him about a website where people could sell and buy things, including PS5s. Michael was intrigued and decided to give it a try. He downloaded the app and started searching for a listing. For days he searched without success. The website seemed to be full of either scammers or people selling their consoles for exorbitant prices. Michael was starting to lose hope when, just after 3 a.m. one night, a notification popped up on his phone. He groggily picked up his phone, only to be blinded by the sudden brightness. As his eyes adjusted, he saw a listing for the PS5. The price was reasonable, and the seller seemed legitimate. Michael's heart raced with excitement as he quickly bid on the listing. To his surprise, he was the highest bidder. The seller immediately contacted him, and they arranged to meet up in person to exchange the console for cash. Michael couldn't believe his luck. He had finally found a PS5 for John. As the holiday approached, Michael eagerly wrapped the PlayStation 5 in festive paper and placed it under the Christmas tree. The family gathered on Christmas Eve to open the presents. John was excited to see what he had received. He tore open the first present, but it wasn't the PS5. He opened the next present and the next, but still no PS5. Finally, John opened the last present. It was a large, beautifully wrapped box. He tore off the wrapping paper, and there it was, the PS5. John was overjoyed. He immediately plugged in the console and turned it on. As Michael sat in the living room, enjoying his beer, he noticed John sitting in a trance-like state in front of the TV. The game he was playing appeared to be glitchy and distorted, and the colors were swirling and changing in an unnatural way. Michael tried to lighten up the mood by joking, "Don't get glued to that thing, kid." But John didn't even flinch. A chill ran down Michael's spine as he realized that John was unresponsive. He approached his son cautiously and looked at the TV screen. The images were grotesque and disturbing, and John's eyes were vacant and lifeless. Michael tried to shake John awake, but he was frozen in place. Suddenly, the images on the screen became even more sinister. A dark figure emerged from the depths of the screen, its form slowly taking shape. It was a grotesque creature with razor-sharp claws and glowing red eyes. It lunged towards the screen, and Michael instinctively jumped back in horror. Michael tried to shield John from the creature, but it was too powerful. The creature grabbed John and pulled him into the screen, leaving behind only a trail of black smoke. Michael screamed in terror as he watched his son disappear into the darkness. The creature turned its attention to Michael, who was frozen in fear. It lunged at him, its claws rending the air as it tore towards him. Michael struggled to fight back, but the creature was too strong. He was thrown against the wall, and the creature towered over him, its glowing eyes burning into his soul. Michael closed his eyes, bracing himself for the inevitable. But then, he felt a surge of strength coursing through his veins. He opened his eyes and saw the creature faltering, its grip on him weakening. He grabbed the creature's arm and used all his remaining strength to push it back. The creature stumbled and fell, losing its grips on John's soul. Michael seized the opportunity and slammed the creature against the wall again, causing it to screech in pain. He punched and kicked the creature with all his might, until finally it was defeated. Michael collapsed to the floor, exhausted and battered. He looked around the room, but the creature was gone. There was only the lingering smell of sulfur and the sound of John's fading screams. Michael rushed to the TV, but it was too late. John was gone, forever lost in the depths of the PS5. Michael was left alone, forever traumatized by the loss of his son. He held the PlayStation in his hands, a constant reminder of the horror that had befallen his family. The PlayStation now sat on a special shelf in Michael's house, a silent monument to his son's death. It was a chilling reminder that you should always be careful when buying stuff online.